Hello, my name is Dustin Bendel, and I did my Women Leisure project on high tea. Anna Maria Stanhope, in the 19th century, she was known as the Duchess of Bedford, and she's kind of recorded as the one who started the tradition of tea time. Um, the lunches back then were too skimpy, she would complain, and they needed something else to tide her over. So it eventually progressed into something where she invited other women, uh, female friends, over and they shared tea, and it kind of became the tradition of tea time. Males, however, did used to participate a little bit more often than what they did in the 19th century. It was common for males to drink tea at high tea, and that was commonly associated with a higher class or with the working class because they couldn't afford a full meal. Guys don't really participate in high tea in these days. It's not very common whatsoever. However, there are some interesting facts concerning tea and tea time that are relevant today. For example, the Women's Feminist Tea Party, the traditional high tea party as a political platform to propagate women's values, as well as an example that young women are being more proud to be feminists again, according to an article in the Huffington Post. Part of the reason why there's been changes in participation over the years, I think, since the 19th century and the Duchess Anna Maria Stanhope's influence on the tradition of tea, it progressively became a female activity as the men were out working more and the females became hungry. It also evolved into a female socializing method at this time due to the Duchess's influence and gave them an opportunity and a venue to uh, gather together and socialize. I found that there are a couple of reasons why this is typically considered a female leisure activity. One historical reason is that women have always been limited in the types of leisure that they could participate in. Women have been trained to fit into institutions that have been shaped, determined, and ruled by primarily white men. Women's own definitions of selfhood and fulfillment have remained subordinate to patriarchal concepts. For most girls, the world was to be the family, and the field of action was to be the domestic circle. That's according to Chapter 2 in both Gains and Gaps. That's kind of backed up by another cultural reason, and that is that men considered high tea to kind of fit into the Victorian mold and a very, very safe domestic activity that they could allow women to participate in. And it fits right along with what we saw in the movie already in class called The Mona Lisa Smile. What I've experienced in class, high tea seems more of a trap of feminism than an actual expression of feminism. I think women, had they been more liberal back then, would have preferred liquor or wine to gossip over rather than just tea every once in a while. Um, had they not been restrained as the Mona Lisa smile depicts them to have been, then I think that would have been, an option they would have preferred. Today, it kind of seems that tea has had this shift, almost like a political ironic shift, and is now used as a platform for expressing feminism. It's almost as if the feminist movement wishes to redeem the concept of high tea in order to wield it for their own causes, which is an admirable feat, I think. I'd almost gone to the same place for tea with a then girlfriend that I had been going out with for a while. I didn't do it. I wasn't sure how strict they were on tea etiquette. I didn't know if I would be able to behave appropriately or as I was expected to. And more than anything else, it just seemed like an activity that girls did with other girls and not even girls with other guys. I don't think I could even get away with taking a girl on a date there. And I still don't think I can. I was feeling very insecure when I was there. I have a pretty good sense of humor and it helps me out in a lot of awkward situations. So I just leaned on that as best as I could. Me and my friend wore the hats and just made the most of it. I kept on thinking that me and my friend were the only guys there. It helped that the servers were kind of cute and it was almost as if us flirting with them was a good reason for us to be there. The biggest thing that hit me was kind of the concept that I alluded to in part two, that uh, the the idea of tea as a women's leisure activity um, was more of an activity given to females than was created by females. Chapter 7 of both Gains and Gaps says some women may be limited in leisure activities to be undertaken if these activities do not support their image of the ideal woman. This definitely perpetuated the concept of the ideal woman and held her within it, trained her and tamed her to be withheld in it. She just kind of had to remain civilized, as depicted in the article Woman in Charge, Woman Who Charge. According to some blogs, women are now trying to reverse the concept and create a platform for feminism out of tea parties. And that's the biggest thing that hit me throughout all this, that women aren't only restrained to certain leisure activities because of insecurities, but also because of uh, social constructs. Would I participate again? That's basically what the lady who ran the place was asking us while me and my friend left. Uh, I love tea and I really enjoyed the food, but it was so overtly feminine there that I don't think I'd be too comfortable visiting again. I don't think I could do it again.